15 terrifying real-life demon encounters, possessions, hauntings, and exorcisms. The Exorcism of Analise Michel. In the 1970s, Analise Michel from Klingenberg, Germany, suffered from disturbing symptoms, including seeing demonic faces and hearing voices. Despite medical treatment, her condition worsened. Her devout Catholic family turned to priests, believing she was possessed. Over 10 months, 2 priests performed 67 exorcisms. Analise spoke in multiple voices and displayed superhuman strength. Tragically, she died in 1976 from malnutrition. Her story remains one of the most controversial exorcisms, highlighting the fine line between faith, mental illness, and demonic possession. The Demon of Brownsville Road. In the 1980s, the Cranmer family in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, experienced terrifying events in their home, from disembodied voices to violent physical attacks. Bob Cranmer documented these experiences in The Demon of Brownsville Road. The family sought help from priests who performed multiple exorcisms. It was believed a demonic entity had taken residence, feeding on their fear. After years of battling the demon, peace was restored, but the house remains a chilling reminder of their ordeal. The Smur Haunting. The Smur Haunting. In the 1970s and 80s, the Smur family in West Pittston, Pennsylvania, faced years of terror from a demonic entity. The family experienced foul odors, disturbing noises, and physical assaults. Paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren intervened, believing it to be a powerful demon. Despite exorcisms and blessings, the attacks persisted. The Smur Haunting became widely known, even inspiring the TV movie The Haunted, making it one of the most terrifying accounts of demonic activity. The Enfield Poltergeist. In 1977, the Hodgson family in Enfield, London, faced a series of terrifying events centered around 11-year-old Janet. Furniture moved on its own, objects flew, and Janet spoke in a deep, unnatural voice. Paranormal investigators documented these phenomena. Despite skepticism, the Enfield Poltergeist remains one of the most well-documented demonic hauntings, later inspiring The Conjuring 2. The Possession of Roland Do. In the late 1940s, a boy known as Roland Do became the subject of a famous exorcism. After using a Ouija board, Roland exhibited signs of possession, including levitation and speaking in tongues. The Catholic Church performed a series of exorcisms in St. Louis. Father William Bowdern documented these events, which inspired The Exorcist. Roland's case remains a cornerstone of possession stories. The Bell Witch. In the early 19th century, the Bell family in Adams, Tennessee, experienced a haunting by the Bell Witch. The entity physically attacked family members, especially John Bell. The witch claimed to be a spirit named Kate Batts. The haunting persisted until John Bell's mysterious death in 1820. The Bell Witch remains a legendary tale of demonic harassment and revenge. The Haunting of Latoya Ammons. In 2011, Latoya Ammons and her family in Gary, Indiana, faced disturbing paranormal events. Latoya's children were attacked and levitated by a malevolent entity. The case attracted social services and police, who witnessed the phenomena. The Catholic Church performed multiple exorcisms. The story gained media attention and highlighted the reality of demonic possession. The Demon of Wellesley. In the 1990s, a family in Wellesley, Massachusetts, experienced a demonic haunting. They heard strange noises, saw shadowy figures, and were physically attacked. A local priest performed exorcisms, but the entity was difficult to banish. The family endured years of torment before the demon subsided, reminding them of the power of faith against evil. The Haunting of Bobby Mackey's Music World. Bobby Mackey's Music World in Wilder, Kentucky, is known for its paranormal activity. Once a slaughterhouse, it is believed to be haunted by multiple spirits, including a demon. Visitors reported assaults and disturbing voices. Caretaker Carl Lawson claimed possession by a demon and underwent an exorcism. The nightclub's haunting has been featured on numerous paranormal shows. The Exorcism of Clara Germana Seal. In 1906, Clara Germana Seal, a 16-year-old in South Africa, was believed to be possessed after making a pact with the devil. She displayed superhuman strength, spoke in unknown languages, and knew hidden things. 2 priests performed an exorcism lasting 2 days. Clara's violent behavior subsided, and she was freed from possession. Her case remains a chilling account of early 20th century demonic possession. The Exorcism of Emma Schmidt. In the 1920s, Emma Schmidt, a young woman from Erling, Iowa, underwent one of the most intense exorcisms ever recorded. Father Theophilus Riesinger, a renowned exorcist, conducted the ritual over 23 days. Emma exhibited violent outbursts, spoke in multiple languages, and displayed superhuman strength. She claimed to be possessed by several demons, including Lucifer himself. The exorcism was grueling, but ultimately successful. Emma was freed from the demonic hold, and her story remains a powerful testament to the battle between good and evil. The Demon House of Gary, Indiana. In 2011, Latoya Ammons and her family moved into a rental home in Gary, Indiana, unaware of the horrors that awaited them. The family experienced swarms of flies, shadowy figures, and violent attacks. Latoya's children levitated and were thrown by unseen forces. The case drew the attention of police and social workers, who witnessed the phenomena firsthand. The house was eventually exorcised by a Catholic priest, but the family's ordeal left a lasting mark. The home was later demolished, but the terrifying events are still remembered. The Zozo Demon. The Zozo Demon is infamous among users of Ouija boards. Many have reported contacting a malevolent entity named Zozo, who manipulates the board and communicates dark messages. Darren Evans, a paranormal researcher, documented his terrifying experiences with Zozo, including violent attacks and psychological torment. Zozo's presence often brings bad luck and suffering to those who encounter it. The demon's origins are unclear, but its reputation as a dangerous entity is well established. The Amityville Horror. The Lutz family moved into their new home in Amityville, New York, in 1975, unaware of the house's dark past. Just a year earlier, Ronald DeFeo Jr. had murdered his family there, claiming he was possessed. Shortly after moving in, the Lutzes experienced terrifying paranormal activity, strange noises, foul odors, and physical assaults. The family fled after just 28 days, and their story became the basis for the famous Amityville Horror books and movies. Though skeptics question the authenticity, the haunting remains one of the most famous demon encounters. The Black Monk of Pontefract. In the late 1960s, the Pritchard family in Pontefract, England, encountered a malevolent spirit known as the Black Monk. The haunting began with minor disturbances but quickly escalated to violent attacks. The Black Monk, believed to be the spirit of a 16th-century monk, terrorized the family with poltergeist activity, including objects flying and foul smells. The Pritchards sought help from paranormal investigators, but the entity proved difficult to banish. The haunting of the Black Monk remains one of the most violent and well-documented cases in the UK. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment to see more terrifying stories.